What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. As always, thank you for tuning in. So, Hunter Biden's business entity made direct monthly payments to Joe Biden with receipts. Whoa. I thought Joe Biden didn't know anything about his son's business deal. That's pretty weird. How would you not have any clue about your son's business deals if you're getting monthly payments from his business? That's really weird. And you know what? I gotta say, for the people out there that keep repeating this stupid talking point about how there's no evidence, nowhere in the Constitution does it say you have to have linked money for impeachment. That's not what impeachment's about. Impeachment is about high crimes or misdemeanors. High crimes, I would probably say treason or bribery is a pretty big one. And you don't have to have direct payments to benefit from your son's business deals. But if you wanted evidence of direct payments to Joe Biden, here you go. So House Oversight Chairman James Comer on Monday released subpoenaed bank records revealing Joe Biden received direct monthly payments from Hunter Biden's business entity, Owasco PC. Hunter Biden is currently under federal investigation for using Owasco PC for tax evasion and other crimes. Joe Biden has repeatedly claimed he never took a dime from China and was never involved with his son Hunter's overseas business dealings. You guys remember this line, huh?
I have not taken a penny from any foreign source ever in my life. We learned that this president paid 50 times the tax in China, has a secret bank account with China, does business in China, and in fact is talking about me taking money. I have not taken a single penny from any country whatsoever, ever.
Ho, ho, ho! Fiction can be fun, but I find the reference section much more enlightening.
Oh, yeah. That was the lie of the decade. It's unfortunate that we had such a crappy media, and we still do, but it's unfortunate that people didn't get the truth during the election and during these debates. When Joe Biden was doing his job interview, because I promise you, I can almost guarantee you, I will bet my paycheck that none of the stuff that we're watching happen all across the globe and in this country, if the media was being honest about Joe Biden and his corrupt business deals. Everybody knew Joe Biden was corrupt many years ago. We talk about this on the show all the time. Joe Biden is notorious for his corruption. So Biden, in a catch-me-if-you-can moment, taunted reporters in October, inquiring about his family's corruption and asked, "Where's the money?" You guys remember this take? Here, check this out.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace says there's damning evidence in the FBI file that you sold out the country. Do you have a response to the congressional Republicans?
Where's the money? I'm joking.
Mr. President,
It's a bunch of malarkey.
Mr. President, what do you...
What an idiot. Hunter Biden's investment vehicle, Owasco, made direct payments to Joe Biden according to newly obtained bank records. And I have the receipt right here. I'm looking at it directly in front of me, of course, highly redacted information. So you have the amount paid, you have the dates. I'm looking at it right here. If this is not evidence for these people, then I don't know what is. But honestly, folks, there was never going to be enough evidence for these people to accept that Joe Biden is as corrupt as they come. When these people started saying, "Where's the evidence? There's no evidence," I've been telling them, there will never be enough evidence for you. Ever. So payments from Hunter's business entity are now a part of a pattern revealing Joe Biden knew, participated in, and benefited from his family's influence peddling schemes, Chairman Comer said. And here is James Comer right here. Check this out.
President Joe Biden claimed there was an absolute wall between his official government duties and his family's influence peddling schemes. This was a lie. President Joe Biden claimed his family didn't receive money from China. This was a lie. President Joe Biden claimed he never spoke to his son, Hunter Biden, about the Biden's family's shady business dealings. This was a lie. Now, Hunter Biden's legal team and the White House's media allies claim Hunter's corporate entities never made payments directly to Joe Biden. We can officially add this latest talking point to the list of lies. Today, the House Oversight Committee is releasing subpoenaed bank records that show Hunter Biden's business entity, Owasco PC, made direct monthly payments to Joe Biden. This wasn't a payment from Hunter Biden's personal account, but an account for his corporation that received payments from China and other shady corners of the world. At this moment, Hunter Biden is under an investigation by the Department of Justice for using Owasco PC for tax evasion and other serious crimes. And based on whistleblower testimony, we know the Justice Department made a concerted effort to prevent investigators from asking questions about Joe Biden. I wonder why. The more we learn, it appears the Justice Department was trying to cover up for the Bidens until brave IRS whistleblowers came forward and a federal judge rejected the sweetheart plea deal. Payments from Hunter's business entity to Joe Biden are now part of a pattern revealing Joe Biden knew about, participated in, and benefited from his family's influence peddling schemes. When Joe Biden was vice president, he spoke by phone, attended dinners, and had coffee with his son's foreign business associates. He allowed his son to catch a ride on Air Force Two at least a dozen times to sell the Biden brand around the world. Hunter Biden requested office keys to be made for his office mate, Joe Biden, in space he planned to share with a Chinese energy company. We've revealed how Joe Biden received checks from his family that were funded by the Biden's influence peddling schemes with China, no less. The House Oversight Committee continues to investigate Joe Biden's involvement in his family's domestic and international business schemes at a rapid pace. We will continue to uncover the facts and provide transparency about the findings of our investigation. President Biden and his family must be held accountable for this blatant corruption. The American people expect no less.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a slam dunk. Any person that would have this much evidence against them in any type of criminal investigation, this isn't a criminal investigation, this is an impeachment inquiry, which is not criminal. It is for congressional reasons only. But anybody that would have this amount of evidence against them in any case is a slam dunk. All right? I just don't know what else these people are wanting as evidence. It is clear and obvious there is a mountain of evidence of Joe Biden's corruption. How anybody can sit and knowingly vote for somebody that is as corrupt as the Biden family is beyond anything I will ever understand. We must put our country over our party. Okay? There's been 9 years of investigations into Donald Trump, and I'll be dead honest. Anybody that were to put that much scrutiny under me, under probably 95% of anybody listening to this, or anybody out there in the country, were to have that much scrutiny on their personal life, on their finances, as much scrutiny as they put on Donald Trump and his family, they would find something illegal. I can almost guarantee it. But somehow, some way, Joe Biden has eluded investigations, has eluded any type of questions, specifically from the IRS whistleblower. We would not know any of this if the Republicans didn't win in 2022. What is a shame is that these types of investigations aren't being done on every single politician in our nation's capital. Maybe they will start. Maybe this is why you have so many people retiring from Congress. Yeah, there is a massive portion of people retiring from Congress. Could that be because of these types of investigations that are being done by the Republicans? I don't know. But anybody to sit there and say that the Bidens are on the up and up and that Joe Biden has never taken a dime from his son's business is lying, and most of all is lying to themselves. What we have now is we have a population that is suffering from extreme denialism. So, for one instance, do you guys remember when Joe Biden threatened a Chinese business associate, essentially saying, pay up or else? This is what he said: I am sitting here with my father, and we would like to understand why the commitment made has not been fulfilled. Tell the director that I would like to resolve this now before it gets out of hand. And now means tonight. And Z, if I get a call or text from anyone involved in this other than you, Zhang or the chairman, I will make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows, and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my directions. I am sitting here waiting for the call with my father." And then, a few weeks later, Hunter Biden received a $5 million wire from a Chinese firm. On August 8, 2017, $5 million was wired from a CEFC-affiliated investment vehicle, Northern International, to the bank account for Hudson West 3, which spent the next year transferring $4,790,375 directly to Hunter Biden's firm, Owasco. So this is how they did it. They would use all these different corporations as shell companies. That's what shell companies are for. That is how money launderers use shell companies. This is essentially like any other typical organized crime outfit, is where you would use, and I guarantee you there's hundreds, if not thousands, of other government officials that have this type of setup, where they use these different shell companies, LLCs. They get their corrupt money from the corrupt business deals or whatever, however they got their corrupt money overseas, and they would launder them through all these shell companies. This is the only reason why you would have 30, 40 LLCs is to conceal money. And that's exactly what they did. That's why when they would get a large deposit, like $4 million, they would spend the next year transferring it all throughout the different firms. So a money laundering investigator in 2018 said no obvious services were rendered related to the millions of dollars being funneled to investment vehicles connected to Hunter Biden. That's it. That is the question we all want to know. One question can solve all of this if the Bidens would just come out and answer it. What service or goods were provided for the money that was received? Nobody can answer this. They can't answer it. Karine Jean-Pierre can't answer it. Nobody can answer this question. Show us what service or goods was provided for the money that was received. That's it. And then you can clear your name and everybody can go home. We can turn the lights off on this, and that's it, and it can all be done. But they won't do it. Why? Because they know there was no service or goods rendered to earn this money. It is clearly corruption. It is influence peddling. That's it. That's what we're looking at. So since the initial funding of $5 million from Northern International Capital Holdings, HK Limited, on 8/8 of 2017 as a business loan, it was noted that there was no loan agreement document submitted, the bank investigator wrote. These payments were indicated as management fees and reimbursements. We find it unusual that approximately 58% of the funds were transferred to the law firm in a few months, and the frequency of payments appear erratic, the investigator wrote. It was also previously indicated that the Hudson West 3 LLC does not currently have any investment projects at this time, which raises further concerns as millions in fees are being paid but does not appear to have any services rendered by Owasco PC. Evidence of Joe Biden's international money laundering and influence peddling operation keeps piling up, yet House Republicans have yet to hold a formal impeachment vote. Last month, House Oversight Chairman Jim Comer identified how Joe Biden received $40,000 in laundered China money. This was the check that came out back last month or 2 months ago. This $40,000 check that has a whole backstory to it too, where his brother conned some medical business out of this money, promising to give connections to his brother. It was a whole huge story. We talked about it. So that's on top. So this piece of evidence is on top of that check that came out for $40,000 a couple months ago. So what did Joe Biden do with all of his cash? Joe Biden purchased his luxury $2.75 million Rehoboth Beach, Delaware home with all cash after Hunter Biden threatened his Chinese business partner in a $5 million shakedown. Nobody finds that a little bit odd? Like, hey, you just shook down this Chinese guy for $5 million, and then Joe Biden buys a $2.75 million mansion in Delaware with cash? Like, that doesn't throw up a red flag for any of these Biden voters as far as corruption? Come on, man.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
A few weeks before this desperate shakedown, Joe Biden plopped down nearly $2.7 million in cash for his Rehoboth Beach home. No wonder why he was so desperate to get this cash from Hunter's business partner. He was counting on it to cover his new real estate transaction. Property records showed Joe's 6-bedroom second property was purchased on June 8, 2017 for $2.744 million, just 7 weeks before his son's shakedown messages, the Daily Mail reported. There was no record of a mortgage lien against the Rehoboth Beach property until Joe and Jill opened a $250,000 HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit, against the property last December. Listen, the guy's corrupt, all right? The guy's corrupt, and like I said, they need to either crap or get off the pot. If they're going to impeach Joe Biden, which they should, because if you're going to allow, think about this. Think about if they allow this much evidence to get flushed down the toilet and just let Joe Biden go. Where if anybody else had this much evidence against them in any type of investigation or criminal trial, this is a slam dunk case. You have receipts. The only thing you don't have is a video of Joe Biden taking a bag of money from a CCP official. Like, I guess, is that what they're wanting? Maybe it is out there. Who knows? It's obvious that these people, Joe Biden is as dumb as they come. All right? The guy, a lot of people say, yeah, but he is president. He did manage to stay in politics for 50 years, so he can't be that dumb. No. Joe Biden reminds me of the guy that's just there. He was just there long enough, and so he gets the job. There's always that one guy in the office that, doesn't do anything, is as dumb as a box of rocks, but he's been there for 25 years, so somehow he gets the corner office because he's been there the longest. That's what Joe Biden is. The guy is a chameleon. He will say or do anything to promote his own career. He is whatever he has to be, and that is what Joe Biden has been for the last 50 years in politics. Look, everybody knows Joe Biden's corrupt, so can we get on with this? Like, there is a mountain of evidence, and I guarantee you, the longer you dig into this guy's finances, the more stuff you're going to find. So why don't you just take, and I'll be honest, I don't even think Joe Biden should be impeached for this. I think Joe Biden should be impeached for immigration. I think he should be impeached for Afghanistan. I think there's a litany of things Joe Biden can be impeached for other than this. But they're going to go with this, I guess. Probably because it is a crime what is being done here. Not only is it a crime, but Joe Biden lied to the whole world and said he had nothing to do with his son's business deals. So we went from, in just 3.5 years, I've never talked to my son about his business deals. And then now we're at, yeah, he may have gotten money, but you don't have evidence. There's their evidence. You think they'll accept it? I highly doubt it. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for tuning in. I wanted to keep this segment short and sweet, send you off with a little bit of hope. I'm going to be releasing a full segment tomorrow around the same time. So make sure you tune into that. If you guys want to get a hold of me, send me an email, StephenTaurielloShow@gmail.com. Follow the show on all social media outlets. Follow me on Twitter. X. Follow me on TikTok, Facebook. I'm out there. Find me. Definitely follow the show on Rumble. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I want you guys to have a good day. Have a great week. God bless you. God bless America. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.